Hi, it's BarbaraMichelle, and today I wanted to share with you this big, beautiful junk journal that I made recently. I made it using, what did I make it with? It was a box, a recycled box of Nilla Wafers. So it's huge. So this is the original size of the box. I did not make it shorter. It was pretty sturdy. I did cover it with some paper that I got from, let me think. I covered it with some paper that I got from Joann's. It came in a roll and it's almost as wide as the box. On the top you can see it's not quite covered. So I painted the edges first with some yellow paint, and then I inked them up with some StazOn brown ink. So I do have some holes in the back. You can see those for when I'm ready to sew it in permanently. But for right now, I just have these file rubber bands holding my inserts in place. Because the book is so big, I thought it might be difficult to work in the inserts while they're in the book. So I wanted to be able to remove them. But actually, it's not too bad. It lays pretty flat. So I might be able to permanently attach them. I have a template that I made for the holes for when I'm ready. So they are bound a little bit. It's not entirely like a flow book. Each one is bound with 3 of the holes that I made with the template. So I would have to remove this first binding that you see here and add the 2 extra holes and then put them in. So this is just going to be a flip through of this. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures, and they're pretty hefty. These are the biggest signatures that I've ever made, and it's just mostly made with just stuff I had here at home. So for the cover of each signature, I used just a cover from one of the book pages that I used. So this one was just something I got at my Goodwill, this book. And inside there's just some music paper and lots of book pages. This is like newsprint paper. I got that at Joann's as well, a big pack of it. More book pages, lots of book pages in this. And there's just some, what are these lined papers called? Composition notebook paper. And I used the same sort of papers throughout each of the inserts. I've just lost the word of what they're called. What are they called? I like this as coloring page. That'll be fun. I still have to put some embellishments on them. Right now, it's a blank book, just pages. There are no tuck spots. There are no pockets. It's just paper. Normally, I would fold up some of the paper to make a tuck spot or a pocket, but I didn't. I don't know. I just cut them to fit inside the book. Some coffee dye paper. I love these gardening book pages. Some of the books I got from the Goodwill. Some of them came from a library book sale. And I think, and 1 or 2 of them came from an estate sale. My first and only so far estate sale that I went to. I'm pretty sure this one came from an estate sale. The person whose house it was, he had some children's encyclopedias and lots of music pages, music folders. So that was fun. I went on the last day of the sale. So things were pretty inexpensive. I was actually at a craft fair selling some junk journals, and one of the fellow vendors told me about estate sales and how to, there's this app I put on my phone and it tells me about estate sales in my area. I just haven't taken the time to go to many more of them. Oh, I'm pretty sure this was from that estate sale. It's one of the children's dictionary. Here's some pattern paper. It's 12 by 12, so I just folded it in a way that would make it fit inside the book. So this part is shorter and the other part is long. I think these are 7 inches wide and 10 inches tall. So I have lots of room for writing, doodling, lots of space to add ephemera, because let me hold my spot. When I close the book, there's still quite a, it's not alligator mouth. There's still quite a bit of width left to fill it up. I love this thing. This is so pretty. I love how big it is. It was actually a little bit difficult to punch through this many pages at once. I had not done anything so thick on an insert. The word for the insert is going to come to me, hopefully before the end of this video. So as you can see, it's a lot of the same types of papers over and over. Different widths, different lengths, different textures, thicknesses. And I just love flipping through them and discovering the new page. I love junk journals. They're so fun. It's more than just a blank page. With a lot of writing, you can always just, you could gesso over it or paint whiteness over it, and then you could journal on it if you wanted to journal, or you could just attach another sheet on top with some tape. Oh, look at that. That's not even attached. I had no idea. Did my thing come out? Oh, no, it's good. Ah, there's the other part of that pattern paper. These are more than insert. Signatures. They are called signatures. So it has 5 signatures. I may have said that at the beginning, and then I completely forgot the word. That happens to me all the time. I know what I mean, but I cannot find the word to come with it. Like, look at this. This was a music book pamphlet. Here's another one, violin parts. So these are a little bit thicker. That's why I made them the covers, because they were originally a cover of a book or a pamphlet. Not really a pamphlet, that's not the right word. A booklet, I guess, because it's a small book. I love this one too. I don't remember what book that came out of, but I know this was from the library sale. And so were these. These are from the library sale. It's just some plain paper. I like florals, gardening stuff. I like a little bit of everything, but if you put too much mixture, I guess that could be fun. There's not a lot of color. I mean, this has color, but mostly it's very muted in its color, aside from some of the florals. Oh, that's pretty bright, actually. Here I'm saying there's not a lot of color, and I'm showing you color. I do like these Archie comic pages. I have just a few of those. They're super thin. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them. I might leave them as they are, just something fun and colorful to look at as I'm flipping through my book. Alright, I believe that was the middle of the 3rd signature. And I really have no idea what I'm going to use this book for. I was just inspired by the package of those vanilla wafers or manila. I think they're vanilla wafers. Manila is the file folder. So vanilla wafers, that's what they are. I don't know why we had such a big box, but apparently he ate them all, him and my children. I'm not a huge fan of them. But the box was pretty steady, and then pretty sturdy, and the tabs, I folded the tabs in to make it even more sturdy, you know, around the edge. You can kind of see where the tab is folded in. But it was a pretty nice weight of cardboard, chipboard. I don't even know what they're made out of. What the correct term is. Some sort of paper product. That one again is not attached. You know what? I maybe should have flipped through this before I turned on the video camera. But that's okay. You can see how I made some mistakes. And it's totally fine. I don't really need them. The journals are, the whole book is certainly full of plenty of paper. Plenty of paper here. I really wanted to use some of my stash too. I have quite a few books and paper. I have a lot. And I've been kind of hoarding it for a little while. Waiting for, I don't know what. I do use these pages and papers in my smaller junk journals. But this one was super fun to make. Other than the trying to punch a hole through all that thickness. That part was a little bit frustrating. But because I'm keeping it for myself, it's not for sale or anything. When my hole got a little bit off, that was okay with me. It was, punching it was a little bit difficult. Oh look, that one's already colored. And then trying to thread the needle back through and, you know, keep it all lined. That was also a little bit frustrating, but totally worth it. I love this book. I am not looking forward to sewing these signatures in permanently because I will have to do the hole punching thing all over again. So I might wait a while for that, or maybe just do one at a time. Just a blank paper there. Was that the center, or is that's not attached? Look at that. Another one. Let's see how many more we'll find. 3 so far. Okay, and this is my last signature. This book came from the Goodwill. I like the stamps. Some of the pages in here are from this book. This here, that's from that book. Any of these. I had planned to cut out the individual stamped images and use them as ephemera pieces or to make embellishments with. But I just used the whole page. I do have a little bit of the, you know, the pieces that I cut off. That was a cover. That was the cover of the coloring book. This paper's pretty thick. Most of the pages in this are, you know, substantial. Aside from the Archie comics and this newspaper print type paper. Alright, we are almost at the end. And to be honest, I'm running out of things to say about this book. It's just flipping and flipping and flipping. I would like to share again, depending on what I use it for. Maybe I can show a couple of it. share it again once I have added some embellishments and tuck spots. I don't think I'm going to do very much private journaling in it, just general journaling, so I could share it. Alright. Now I'm just mostly looking for pages that I didn't get quite connected, but hopefully there aren't very many. And we're almost to the end. Oh, and that's the end. There we go. I think we're going to add a pocket to the front and to the back, and then pockets on the inside. I love pockets. And other stuff. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this flip through. And please leave any questions or comments you have below, and like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again.